So I said lots to unpack here. I mean, I actually think it's a pretty bad misnomer to call it inflation, right? Inflation is created when there's excess demand for limited goods. And Larry's point on deglobalization, yeah, that's absolutely true. If
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Mark Yusko, founder, CEO, and Chief Investment Officer of Morgan Creek Capital Management. Bitcoin is within a stone's throw of its all-time high after rallying for a fourth day, fueled by voracious spot ETF demand. Could this momentum maintain throughout November after elections?
If we're going to get more protectionist and we're going to have tariffs and we're going to do all these things, those will raise prices and they'll make goods harder to get, more scarce resources, prices rise. Okay, that's fine. But that's not what we're talking about here. That's not why the Fed is cutting interest rates. That's not why global liquidity is surging. This is just a race to the bottom, Paul. This is currency devaluation. It is theft, right? This idea that inflation is somehow good for us makes no sense at all, right? So what Larry's really talking about is the reason you need to own hard assets, gold, silver, platinum, diamonds, collectible art, etc., or better, Bitcoin, digital gold, is to protect you from the ravages of this thing that we call inflation. So somehow convincing the world that the Fed has your back and it's doing things to protect you and manufacturing this inflation, that's good. So you'll get a 2% wage raise, cost of living adjustment. It's all a lie. It's literally a lie. And it's a gigantic lie that's been perpetuated for centuries.
The 2024 United States presidential election has prompted many endorsements from the cryptocurrency industry, with several executives and entrepreneurs voicing their support for either candidate. While Republican nominee and former President Donald Trump has attracted substantial backing from the crypto community, Democratic candidate and sitting Vice President Kamala Harris has also garnered notable endorsements. Trump, who is known for his U-turn on Bitcoin in the past few years, has received notably more crypto-related endorsements than Harris. One reason for this could be Harris' late entrance to the race, as she secured the Democratic nomination in July. In contrast, Trump announced his candidacy nearly 2 years before the election, in November 2022. One of Trump's early endorsements came from Jeremy Kauffman, founder of blockchain-based file-sharing network LBRY, in May 2024. Trump has received endorsements from prominent crypto figures, including executives at major exchanges like Kraken and Gemini. In June, Gemini founders Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss pledged $2 million in Bitcoin toward Trump's re-election, citing his pro-crypto stance. Also in June, Kraken co-founder Jesse Powell announced a $1 million donation to Trump, calling him the only pro-crypto major party candidate. Cathie Wood, Arcade Invest founder and a major Bitcoin bull, who believes BTC will one day trade for $1 million per coin, also publicly endorsed Trump in June. Elon Musk, whose electric vehicle company Tesla invested more than $700 million in Bitcoin, endorsed Trump and recently appeared at several of the former president's rallies. Other notable Trump supporters in the industry include Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson, BitGo CEO Mike Belshey, Tron founder Justin Sun, Bitcoin Foundation founder Charlie Shrem, pro-Bitcoin author and entrepreneur Robert Kiyosaki, and Messari co-founder Ryan Selkis. Several key venture capitalists and business leaders have also endorsed Trump, including former PayPal president David Marcus, Sequoia Capital's Douglas Leone, and Andreessen Horowitz co-founder Mark Andreessen.
But every year we do this 10 surprises, and in that I said that, contrary to popular belief, Bitcoin would have a breakout year post-halving and into this Thanksgiving period. We would likely see 6 digits. I think we'll be well into six digits. Is it 110, 120, 130? I don't really know. And why? What was the basis for that? Well, we had a halving event, right, which is where the block rewards get cut in half, and that happens every 4 years. Now, what's interesting about that, it's one of the most ingenious things in the code, and there's a lot of ingenious things in the hard code of Bitcoin, but it's really ingenious that every 4 years you motivate an event that causes price to rise.
Exactly.
Well, as soon as the price starts to rise, what do human beings do? We chase momentum. So the momentum followers come in, and that pushes price further, and then we get what I call the Thanksgiving effect. Yeah. And I think this Thanksgiving will be the best Thanksgiving ever, because what's going to happen, I believe, this Thanksgiving is the network value today is somewhere in call it the high 50,000s. Well, that was the halving event occurs, so the network value should double. Normally, we double from the low 50s to well over 100. I think this time we go from the 50s to that 80 number that people are talking about it. But that's the fair value. The fair value is going to be somewhere in the 80,000s. But we'll go right through fair value during this whole Thanksgiving, you tell two friends and they tell two friends and so on and so forth, like the Brett commercial. And I think between kind of Thanksgiving and December, we're likely to see, and it might even run into the first part of the new year, we're likely to see the same type of parabolic move that we saw in each of the previous cycles. And to answer your question, if Trump wins, and we'll see what happens, but it looks good. He's basically said, look, I'm going to be pro-crypto. I don't think he may actually be pro-crypto. I think his kids are. But I think he's smart enough to see, there's 260 million people that own this thing around the world. If I make them happy, they'll vote for me. That works. Not all of them in the U.S., but I think he figured that out. So he's talked about things like a strategic Bitcoin reserve. That would be hugely beneficial for price. Harris, on the other hand, why she didn't jump on the bandwagon? I don't know. I mean, ideologically, she didn't want to piss off the Elizabeth Warren crowd. I don't know. Huge mistake in my mind. I think she lost.
It is an odd situation, that's for sure.
Of voters. Being a political candidate and saying, I don't like Bitcoin, alienates a large voting bloc that likely is going to swing the election.
Some crypto executives have avoided endorsing either candidate, maintaining that the industry's growth is inevitable regardless of who wins the election. Prominent industry investor Tim Draper disclosed donations to the U.S. presidential campaigns of both Harris and Trump in October, expressing confidence that both candidates have their hearts in the right place. In August, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong argued that the incoming U.S. administration will be constructive on crypto, no matter which party wins. According to industry enthusiasts like quantum economics founder Mehdi Greenspan, such an approach is part of the popular Bitcoin adage that regulation doesn't matter to coax crypto people into thinking it's okay to vote for Harris. Greenspan stated, while it's true that nobody can stop Bitcoin, it's pretty clear that having a president who knows what it's like to launch an ICO will be very good for the industry. The community has been somewhat supportive of Greenspan's stance on the election on social media, with MicroStrategy founder Michael Saylor's poll picking Trump for Bitcoin 90% of 100,000 respondents on October 27. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.